All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game 2 of your Season 5 AD2L Finals.
10
So,
seconds
the
to go.
first game, we had a commanding victory from Trial
5
and Error with a
seconds.
beast mode Clinks that just went crazy all over the map, hitting like a truck.
Reserve time.
So, I'm here casting with Patak Attack.
Hello.
So,
Radiance
I'm just
Yeah,
really hoping we have a fun game like that again. You get to see an interesting strat that
Dyer's
you
ban.
don't get to see too often, like Daedalus rushing Clinks that just two shot supports him at 15 minutes.
I didn't think that was gonna work initially, but I mean, the supports couldn't even react fast enough
Radiant
to
team
to
ban.
counter the Clinks, so he didn't even need the Orchid for the silence.
Mm-hmm. You just hit too hard. They couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, looks like we have the Respect Necro Drow bans
Yep.
coming from Black Sheep
10
Wall.
seconds to go.
Necro and Drow are quite a
5
favorites of
seconds.
Trial and Error. They played them several times, and it's a strat they seem to
Reserve
like and are
time.
very comfortable with. So they're gonna Black Sheep Ball's gonna opt to take that away from them.
And
Dyer's
Trial and
pit.
Error ban out the Centaur, acknowledging the strength of that Centaur Invoker combo, trying to take out the setup for it.
Yeah, and then the Jug is banned because this Jug is really strong right now.
Mm-hmm. You got the Skywrath treatment of just small buffs, patch after patch after patch. Ice Frog just being like, guys, I swear he's
10
good. I
seconds
swear
to
he's good.
go.
And then people are like, wait a second. This guy
5
is OP as
seconds.
shit.
Yeah, it's definitely a case of that, and he is
Reserve
really
time.
OP right now.
Mm-hmm. Really strong. Just carries decently, has a lot of mid game presence. Just all around strong hero. Good lane presence with Blade Fury with a decent setup for it. It's all around. Strong at all points in the game.
Yeah, so looks like Black Sheep Wall trying to decide how they want to play this game. I'm not sure what they're gonna do. What do you think? They're gonna try to go like get defensive again, or maybe try aggressive?
Well, they grabbed the Tide Hunter, so
Radiance
they've
pit.
got their team fight sorted out already.
Yeah, Tide is usually a pretty safe pick, strong all around, especially for the team fight. Given that the Ravage disables like a huge AOE, so
Mm-hmm. And just with a little bit of ancient stacking, it's very easy to get farmed up on them. So
10
nice safe pick.
seconds to
Doesn't really
go.
give away too much. It's very flexible.
5
He does well in
seconds.
most lanes. And a Viper picked up.
Radiance pick.
So Trial and Error just saying we're gonna spit on you. We're gonna disrespect you.
now wonder will either of these teams go for the all green strat?
Well, we will get a hint at what Trial and Error are gonna grab. Maybe we'll see if they grab their Venge or if they only want that in an Aura strat. Maybe they go for their Undying,
10
which they used
seconds to
really well
go.
last game. That Undying pick paid off real well for them.
5
Just a lot of
seconds.
aggression. The Tombstone doing a lot of work. Really, I think
Reserve
really good
time.
placement of the Tombstone coming out from Mormon that last game.
Yeah, I agree. He kept it out of the way, so the
Dyer's
so that
pit.
Black Sheep Wall would have to go through their heroes to get to it, and just all around, it let them get crazy aggressive in the early game, diving tier one tower without, or the tier one tower without having to worry about too much.
Mm-hmm. And Witch Doctor picked up from Trial and Error, and Vengeful Spirit picked up by Black Sheep also. Witch Doctor gives you,
Radiant team
decent sustain,
ban.
a nice reliable stun. Vengeful Spirit also, they complement. They can go together with any other support hero. They can both either play the 4 or the 5 role.
Dire
Nice,
team ban.
just safe supports.
I'd like to point out that these teams are definitely copying each other. First, the Tidehunter is picked up, and followed by another green hero on the being a Viper on trial and error.
10
Then Witch
seconds
Doctor
to
is picked
go.
up, kind of like a blue purple hero. Then
5
Vengeful Spirit picked
seconds.
up by Black Sheep Wall. So
You're pushing it a little bit. You
hey, you know
know,
what?
Reserve time.
It's just a hidden strat. It's unexpected. You never know.
but we see the Omni Knight ban coming out from Trial and Error. It's an annoying hero.
And
Once again, Void. Similar bans to
also
the last
annoying.
game with a little bit of respect bans thrown in.
Yep, indeed.
Black Sheep
I'm
Wall. I'm guessing they say the Clinks isn't going to be an issue if they get rid of that Trow. And the Venge.
I don't know if it wouldn't be an issue, but I'm not sure that trial and error would run the same strat twice in. The strat's already very
Radiance
different
ban.
than their previous one. So
Mm-hmm. So we'll
got a silencer banned out to probably keep the Witch Doctor ult from being disrupted.
and
Radiance
a
pick.
Storm Spirit ban coming out from Trial and Error. So they're saying, they ban out Silencer. They probably want someone who gets really shut down by silence. So get rid of that Storm Spirit real quick. But so what do you want to see from Trial and Error here?
Trial and error. I want to see them continue
10
on this kind of
seconds to go.
aggressive strat. Maybe like
5
maybe have
seconds.
an AA or something.
Well, they come out with the Death Prophet.
Dyer's
That's
pick.
works too. Early push.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as long as you can't get to her and kill her before her. I mean, if you just let her live in a team fight, she'll just do massive amounts of damage with her ult.
Mm-hmm.
And Viper can slow people down. Witch Doctor can stun the whole team up pretty much. So
Yeah, two
it's,
nice, strong, tanky cores picked up by Trial and Error.
10 seconds.
Good way to deal with
go.
the AoE of the Tidehunter is just have heroes that can just live through
5
the Ravage.
seconds.
And Skywrath picked up, so really strong roam
Radiance
coming out
pick.
from Black Sheep Wall again. We'll see if Trial and Error will try to tie up the supports again in an aggressive tri lane, if Black Sheep Wall will be able to get the roam off like they seem to enjoy. And
yeah, I'm not really trying to think of like what these two teams are gonna pick next. It's really a bit of a
Undying picked
toss-up.
up again by Trial and Error.
Dyer's pick.
So that's just the hero that they utilize well, and I mean, the last game was a perfect example of that. So
Mm-hmm.
figure why not just go with something safe that they're used to.
And a very good hero for just prolonging team fights, making sure they get a nice long team fight for Viper to get his damage over time to happen. It makes it harder to engage into them if they
10
drop Tombstone and just
seconds to
pop
go.
DP ult and just sit at a tower and slowly whittle it down.
5 seconds.
Yeah. So if you're Black Sheep Wall, what do you pick to? Because it looks like Trial and Error are gonna
Reserve
go for an
time.
aggressive lane with Viper, Witch Doctor, and Undying. At least that's what I would guess right now.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you pick as your core against that?
You need someone who's got decent lane presence, or you might just try to dodge. Try to put the Terrorblade picked up.
Radiant team.
So they're saying,
ban.
you're gonna try to push. We're going hardcore on the split push, and not a lot of magic damage to deal with that Terrorblade. A nice silence from the DP will help, but everything's physical damage, and Terrorblade's armor
10
is just ridiculous.
seconds to go.
And they don't really have a great way to
5
just knock out the
seconds.
illusions as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the Terrorblade pickup here.
Reserve time.
But he is vulnerable to getting shut down in the early game.
It's true, he is very
real
squishy
squishy.
in the early game.
Dyer's ban.
Yeah, banned
We'll
up.
see.
Just surprising when you've got a Viper on your team. You don't really think TA is going to be too much of an issue.
They might be. I don't know. Maybe their last pick is really susceptible, or they're worried that the
Radiant's
DP would
pick.
get beat by the. Although if they pick the TA, or if Black Sheep Wall pick the TA, they can send the Viper against her, like you said. So
Mm-hmm. I'd like to
not sure
see.
what the thought behind that is.
I wouldn't mind seeing a puck come out for a Trial and Error. gives them some nice team fight control, another silence to deal with the Terrorblade, and some nice magic burst. He's not the greatest against
10
Skyrath in
seconds
that
to
instant
go.
cast silence, but besides that, only
5
have one
seconds.
stun to really lock him down. Besides committing a Ravage, which you don't
Reserve
really want to do
time.
just for a solo kill on a puck. Or for a kill on a puck.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a terrible pickup. That's
Mhm.
definitely a possibility. They're probably looking for solo safe, so Puck would definitely fit that, and they would give him the extra team fight.
You could also run the DP solo safe. TA ban for a puck. Pretty good idea. TA does a good job of shutting down puck. Just out CSing puck really hard and using the splash damage to keep him low.
Yeah, so it's definitely I would agree with you that that might be their next pick.
And they're
Not
definitely
sure who
lacking a bit
else.
of control. Not
Yeah, I
too
mean
much.
the only control they have really is Witch Doctor Stun and Viper Strike.
hmm Which Viper Strike only works on one person until you get an Axe. It's one and done for a team fight. And Witch Doctor Stun, not the most reliable. Sure, it can be great if you catch two heroes just right, but need to get that RNG.
Yeah, so looks like Trial and Error definitely thinking about this last pick. Probably thinking who the best person to
10
shut down
seconds
Terrorblade
to
is.
go.
And
Lena,
it's
I like
Lena.
that. That's a lot of
Yeah.
burst
Player's
damage.
pick.
And it goes through BKB. He
hmm
just gets an Aghanims. Pure damage.
And gotta say, if this is a core Lena who, gets maybe an early blink and early Yules, there's not a lot that Venge, Skyrath, or Terrorblade can do if Lena just has her full combo ready to go.
Yeah.
10 seconds to go.
And not something you get to see all the time. You would see EG
5
occasionally run
seconds.
Fear with the core Lena. So we'll see how it works out.
Reserve
My
I'm
guess is
excited
they're
for it.
gonna. Yeah, my guess is they're gonna put Prohibit on the Corlina.
hmm
10 seconds to go.
Because he did an excellent job last game with the Clinks of just roaming around and
5
harassing people and
seconds.
just getting pickoffs in general.
And a Brewmaster, and kind of crazy that Brewmaster got this far through the draft, and that
Yeah, I didn't even consider that.
that is a nice pickup to just secure them the mid game with the Brew tied. That is just really strong team fight if you're not able to get your silences off in time or your stuns off.
Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be an interesting game. Trial and Error gonna be the aggressors here once again. Black Sheep Wall in the mid game can also play fairly aggressive with their lineup. So
They have a real nice lineup to make some space for that Terrorblade, and you do not want to give Terrorblade too much space. You give him an inch,
10
and he'll take all your
seconds
towers.
to go.
pretty much, yeah.
5 seconds.
Yeah. Leave him alone for a little while, goes in the jungle, comes out with Mantiscati, and then pretty much done. So, I'll introduce our Radiant team. We have
I'd
Boomer
get ready if I were
on your
you.
Viper, Zypher on your Witch Doctor. We have Prohibit heading towards the mid lane on that Lena. No Arcana though, a little bit disappointed. Angel Wrath on your Death Prophet, and Mormon on that Undying once again.
All right. On the dire side, starting at the bottom here, we have Mercury on the Brewmaster. Then moving up, we have Sirius on the Skyrath Mage. Then next to him, we have Azure on the Terrorblade, followed by Kipichi on the Vengeful Spirit, and last but not least, Aristea
Mhm.
on the Tidehunter.
Battle will
Oh,
commence in
DP.
30
Probably gonna get
seconds.
first blood out of here. Meta Pops, Gush used, and right clicked down by the Brewmaster. Get him a nice first blood, and is that bottle picked up already? Yes, it is. So, real good start to the Brewmaster's lane.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a
Oh,
really
can
nice
they
start
catch?
because
Can they catch the tide?
Ready?
No stuns
Well, if
coming
you
out yet.
say
Waiting
so.
for the setup from the Witch Doctor. But he's on the high ground. Good positioning from the tide.
yeah, that was almost a pick off for a second kill or a kill on the trial and error, second kill in the game. Close
So
call, but
trial and error, picking up on the fact that Black Sheep Wall looking like they're gonna dodge as Death Prophet heads to the top lane and your support duo is heading towards bot.
yeah, and the Vipers coming in should be an interesting lane. Who do you think has the edge in this lane?
In mid. Who's that?
In the bottom.
Oh, bottom.
Try
It's,
versus try.
I'd have to, it's it's a little bit RNG dependent. I think if they can get a good stun off from the Witch Doctor, they can do a lot of damage, and the Undying is pretty strong. But Skywrath gives you a good amount of harass, but he doesn't have Arcane Bolt yet. So
Yeah, on the subject of the Undying, I mean, 2 decays and the TB is down to 280 HP total.
and he's
Which is
already back.
insane.
He's already headed back to Fountain. He doesn't have much regen to deal with this.
I mean, I think he would have been perfectly fine because once the decay wears off,
He's pretty
Just
much
get
back
his
to
HP
full,
back.
but just only has 200 HP.
Yeah.
I will say though,
So-
Brewmaster getting a decent advantage in the mid lane as Lena's only got 4 CS to his 8.
yeah, and well, right now, so it looks like Trial and Error is just winning their bottom lane, but the mid lane's going in favor of Black Sheep Wall, which
I will
is
say-
good because
I think if you're winning the bottom lane against the TB, I do think that is getting off to a great start. And it does look like the Venge will be the first to fall for Black Sheep Wall, as he just gets right click down, and Skywrath is able to just walk away. But I think, honestly, oh wait, is this? So TB just says screw it, goes to the jungle, screw lanes. So we'll see how that works out for them. That will definitely free up the supports of Trial and Error to do a bit of roaming, and we'll see if what Black Sheep Wall do with this. If they want to just let the support sit down here and soak XP. Oh, hasted Brewmaster coming out on top lane, and easy kill on the Death Prophet. So, and Brew getting off to a good start is not how you want your game to go. He's
yeah,
already
I mean,
getting-
Brew's winning that lane, but I mean, at the same time, the TB is not. It's just, I mean, at least he's getting some farm in the jungle now because, like you said, they realized that trial lane is
Ooh.
not doing well.
And a nice gank coming out on the Lina in the mid lane.
Yeah, so I mean, the Brewmaster, if he gets off to this good of a start, I mean, he can definitely make enough space for the Terrorblade to be relevant in this game. So
And it's I think it'll be a case of like last game where you had the Clinks make space for the Drow.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Where
siege.
Drow got shut down a bit early, but the Clinks, got free farm, was able to create
Dyer's bottom
plenty of space
tower
for the
is
Drow
being
to
attacked.
more than catch up. So
yeah, so it looks like they just left the
Dyer's
Skyrat by
bottom
himself.
tower
So
is under
Skyrat's just
attack.
gonna get quick 6. Well, I will say this tower for Black Sheep Wall is down to 400 HP already, so that's gonna go down relatively soon.
and let's see. So I'm
Middle
wondering,
is missing.
I'm wondering how well this jungling TB is working out. It looks like he's going for just stacking Wraith Bands. See how well that works out. His farm's not the greatest. I'm a little bit surprised they're not just giving the safe lane to him.
That was good of you.
Just letting him farm up.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
Skarath gets dove on bottom. just absolutely blown up.
Dire's middle tower is under
I
siege.
definitely think. Well, I mean, if they rotated the Terrorblade to safe lane, I think that Trial and Error would just
Dire's
rotate.
bottom
Oh, they
tower
picked
is
up
under
on it.
siege.
Witch Doctor stun comes out. Ooh.
I
And
think
can they finish him off? Oh, the stun comes out, but they do catch him with the Crypt Swarm. And it looks like that they'll just walk away. Cypher just TP's on away. He's fine.
Dire's middle tower is
Skywrath
under
playing
attack.
aggressive on the Viper, but not able to do too much. But not what you're expecting to see out of a off-lane Skywrath. Up
I mean,
against
he
a
did
Viper
just-
undying.
He did just die to them, so he came back with full mana and full HP. So,
Mm-hmm.
and they got a little bit low because he took a few tower hits during that exchange. So he can. And he's out leveling the Undying and the Viper, so he can definitely harass them pretty decently.
So, I will say the
top-
bottom lane started off pretty bad for Black Sheep Wall, and oh, it does look like he's going to be picked off here again.
I was.
Yeah. I was also going to say that Viper hasn't gotten any points of
Dire's
corrosive
bottom
skin
tower
yet, so
is under attack.
that the Skywrath can harass him. But I mean, as we just seen, one hit from the Viper to slow him down, and then
Oh, we
on top
have
of
a
that.
fight breaking out in mid lane. Convince.
Dire's structures
Run
have
away.
been
Brew's
fortified.
walking on over, and they'll think
Radiant's
twice
middle
about fighting
tower
him.
is under attack.
Level 6 Brewmaster,
Dire's
nothing
bottom
you want to
tower
mess
has
around with.
fallen.
Yeah, and Trial and Error just take the bottom tower with little resistance,
Mhm.
which is a pretty big tower to take. I mean,
It is nice to deny the Dire side that bit of Roche control.
and I mean leaves up the T2
Oh, we have a.
exposed. So
Oh, okay. Tide sees a gank coming, TP's back to his own tower.
Radiant's top tower is
Oh, we have Lena about to walk into the Terrorblade in the jungle. Can he catch him? Oh, nice stun. Nuke and the Laguna. He just drops. So you
No,
can
it's
see
just
why they pick him up.
necessary.
Oh, Tide's coming over. Thinking about using the Ravage. He gets stunned up. Witch Doctor just trying to walk away. He gets gushed, but he will fall.
Pounce.
So, doing a good job of keeping the TP down. Still, no boots picked up on him yet. He's only got an Aqua and a Wraith Band. So,
Yeah,
pretty
on top of
scary
that,
game for him.
Viper's almost got mech. He's about 300, not even to like 200 gold off. So once that gets picked up, I'm thinking that Trial and Error are just gonna start pushing down towers.
Let's see if. Oh, the Ravage gets dropped solo on the DP, and she just drops. So I'd like to see them rotating the DP around a little bit, because she's kind of behind. She's only level 6. I think if you could. Oh wait, Split comes out on mid, and Prohibit on your Lena
Too many irons.
just gets blown up.
I do not kill you lightly.
So
But still,
nice kill for the
you are
Brewmaster.
dead.
Oh, there's a lot of Tombstone zombies coming around. Witch Doctor's got a nice stun, but they think twice of engaging.
Yeah, they didn't really have any backup to
And
do anything with that.
Viper gets a nice kill on the Tide, and that's a big kill to be getting right now. You keep that Tide from getting a quick blink from the safe lane. I will say though, Trial and Error, like I said, I would like to see them just rotate DP down to safe lane, where she can just sit there for a little bit, get caught up. Maybe grab a Yule's.
Yeah, and I think like I don't know, I think they could send the TB to a lane too,
Mm-hmm.
maybe instead
Well,
of just this jungling.
Radiant's bottom tower is being
Especially
attacked.
with, I mean, look at this aggressive warding coming out. They have 2 wards in the jungle. They just want to know where that TB is at all times. And look at Black
Radiant's
Sheep Wall's
bottom
positioning.
tower is
They
under
had
siege.
4 heroes just right there, just trying to protect that TB.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have a gank coming out in the Lena mid, and
What?
she just
What?
drops again to
What?
that Brewmaster.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah,
under
so
attack.
all in all, who do you
In case
think
you weren't paying attention.
has the advantage right now? I mean, the Viper's on top.
Yeah, and,
breaking out and
Viper's
Witch
getting some
Doctor.
decent
Nice.
farm. I think if they keep this
Dire's bottom
TB
tower is
down,
under siege.
it's looking pretty good for trial and error. But if this Brewmaster can
Radiant's
start
middle tower is being
utilizing his splits really well to start forcing some fights off their
Dire's top
side of the
tower
map,
is under siege.
get a little bit of map control back so this TB can start farming up, I think they have a pretty good chance. As they don't really
still a
have
bit-
an answer to the late game TB.
Yeah, it's a bit of a toss-up right now. Like, it depends. Like the next 10 minutes or so, I think will determine this game.
hmm
Dire's
So we
middle
see
tower is being
the makings
attacked.
of a push coming out on the top lane. It's like they might be looking for something over here. Don't want to commit too hard, not into Ravage and Brew split. But possibly feeling the pressure and a nice double clap. They are able to stun him out, but Ravage comes out. Witch Doctor's already down. Viper soon to follow. And Undying lifted by the Brewmaster. And just melted. So Lina farming up a bit. DP is in position to push, but doesn't have her ulti yet.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. I
So
only
they will be
mentioned
getting
as
that
Dire's
T1 tower
bottom
top ish.
tower
Does
is
have her.
under attack.
Did
Your
she hit
allowed
9 off that
radiant
last creep? She did hit 9 off that
structures
last
have
creep,
been
so we'll see if she decides
Radiant's
to pop the
top tower
ulti.
is under siege.
See what kind of damage she
Dire
can
has
do.
fortified its
But
structures.
this T1 tower to fall,
Radiant's top
admittedly
tower
like
is
one of
being
the
attacked.
lesser useful towers.
Radiant's top tower
And
has
Venge
fallen.
TP's in bottom, but
Dire's
DP
bottom
long
tower
gone.
is being attacked.
Yeah, she did do about like a third of the damage to the
Dire's
tower,
middle
which
tower is
is pretty
being
big. Because
attacked.
I mean, if they can take that tower out, that is a big deal. Because it'll deny any sort of or most responses to Roshan. Although they do still have Dire do still have the mid T1. So
Mhm.
what do you think this Terrorblade is gonna build? He has 1,800 gold in the bank.
I think he starts making a Yasha to go into Manta style. Maybe Treads, Boots of Travel. Probably Boots of Travel actually. Brew just critting on the Witch Doctor one more, and he is just dead. But he backs off. The heals enough. Not able to get off quite enough damage. And DD Rune picked up on the Undying, who's from level 6. So the support levels aren't looking too great for Zypher, as your Witch Doctor's only level 4, whereas you have both the Skywrath and the Venge are level 8, getting a big experience advantage. Oh, a swap comes out, and just Undying gets bursted down.
Mega kill, double kill.
Yeah, and the Witch Doctor and Undying just get wrecked.
Mhm.
And Black
Radiant's
Sheep
middle
Wall
tower is
doing what
under
they need to
siege.
do. Try to give some space to this Terrorblade.
And
They just need to keep this up.
Terrorblades, he's number 3 on net worth. He's doing a good job of catching up. I'd be getting worried if I was trial and error. This TB, he just
Radiant's
jungled for a
middle
while,
tower
but
is being
he's
attacked.
catching up. They're not
Dire
winning.
has
And they're not
fortified
winning the
its
game as hard as
structures.
they might need to be right now.
Radiant's
Yeah, I mean,
middle
this
tower
Brewmaster
under
is
attack.
just
Let
doing
me
his
put
job,
it in old
making
English
space.
so that it will penetrate
that,
the wizard's cap.
that paired with the Tide
Thou art losing.
Ravage is pretty scary.
Yeah, for sure. So we have Brewmaster split ready. There. Oh, he leaps in, gets the clap, splits. Ravage to follow up with the blink, and this looks to be an easy team fight. Lina gets picked up, and they do back off. They're afraid to fight into the exorcism from Death Prophet. And Mercury is able to blink on out. So, well, 2 ultis down for just an Undying. That's trial and error's cue to push right there.
Yeah, they're probably gonna get this mid-tier one right there out of that.
So,
Dire's middle
well
tower
played on a
has
trial and
fallen.
error to minimize their losses and just get something out of the cooldowns.
But I mean, I will say, even though those 2 ults only utilize 1 kill, still making space for this Terrorblade right now. Which he's catching up. He's almost ahead of the Brew.
Yeah. He's almost caught up with the Viper, so the jungle TV working out. They're not able to quite pressure him as much as they'd like to.
Radiant's middle
He's just
tower
not showing
is
up on
under
the map.
siege.
Yeah, I'd like to see maybe some smoke
Radiant's
gangs come
middle
out from
tower
trial
is
and
under
error to try
attack.
to kill
Radiant's
this
middle
TB
tower has
Yeah,
fallen.
try to
more.
track him down.
Looks like he's actually venturing into the lane.
Finally poking his head out. But nope,
Just admit.
backs off. Goes back to safety.
No, he's going for it.
Oh, no, yep. Goes into the lane, goes for the CS. Oh, Brewmaster,
Mega kill. Oh,
four-man gank
Stormy.
onto the Death Prophet. So, and that's a push right there. Easy T1 tower, but
Dire's top
trial and
tower
error
is
already in
being
position
attacked.
for the trade.
Yeah, so it's gonna be tier 1 for
Dire's
tier
top
1, looks
tower
like.
is under attack.
But no,
Dire's
this
structures
is
have been
just, I mean, this is
fortified.
what Black Sheep will want. They don't need to fight, even
Radiant's
as long as
bottom
the
tower is
TB
under
keeps farming.
siege. Dire's
gonna
top
win this
tower
game.
is being attacked. Radiant's
So,
bottom tower has
The
fallen.
trade does come out, and I will say I agree. The trades favor Black Sheep Wall. This Brewmaster pick just paying off very hard for them.
Yeah, and Brewmaster ult is up, and Ravage is up, so I don't even know if Trial and Error can
Radiant
defend this.
structures have been
Mhm.
fortified.
So not all
Real
their heroes
risky
are in
fight to take.
position.
Especially if they can
Their
get
Witch
on top
Doctor
of this
doesn't have a
DP.
TP. Witch Doctor
And
no
the
TP.
Blinks pull it, and DP gets her ulti off, but she just gets bursted down. Viper able to live through the Skywrath ulti, but he gets finished
We're
off
winning.
to the right
Well,
clicks.
Back to my Mad Libs.
And Mormon just surrounded, trying to go ham, throwing down the decays, but and it will actually save him. So Lina
Radiant's
has a
bottom
Laguna
tower
ready,
is
but
under
she gets silenced, blown up. A little too squishy. But Undying is able to catch the
Radiant's
Skywrath
bottom tower is
and
under
TB.
siege.
already back in base, healing up, but they do get the tower.
Radiant's bottom
Witch
tower
Doctor
has
just
been
throws down the
destroyed.
ult, trying to get something out of this. But
Yeah.
once
Dire's
again,
middle
Fate.
tower
Oh
is
wait,
under
they're going back
siege.
in for the Undying. Nah, he thinks better of it. Doesn't quite have the damage, not enough
Nah,
follow
they're
up.
just gonna. It's
Just
it's all
exerting
about the
their
mind
pressure?
games right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the mind games. But this Terrorblade is ahead of the Viper now, and
Yeah, I'm getting.
he's climbing that net worth chart.
It's getting scary for a trial and error here. See how well they can deal with what's going to be a strong late game TB.
Looks like Prohibit's going in on the Terrorblade. This is it.
Oh, he's got a smoke.
Terrorblade's getting kind of big, so. Oh, your guess is immediately the right one.
Easily
Yeah, Terrorblade
bursts him,
does.
as he still doesn't have any strength items. Only the Yasha and the Boots of Travel, so his item build is still quite greedy in terms of getting bursted by the Lina. But if as long as his team's got their ultis up, real hard to engage into their 5-man.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Trial and Error need to do. Just try to get some more pickoffs like that. I don't know, get a little bit more farm up on the Viper and the DP so they can tank through all the like burst that Black Sheep will have. And hopefully win a few team fights. If they can win a few team fights, they might be able to take this game. They're gonna
Yeah.
need to take towers soon, because you don't want to. And going late game against a Terrorblade without having like at least like a Rax or something is gonna be really hard.
Because if you're not taking his Rex, there's a good chance he's taking yours. Just his split push is just terrible to deal with. Lina getting some aggressive roaming going. It doesn't look like they've quite spotted him out, but we do have a pick off in mid on the Undying. So a lot of roaming is for by the Black Sheep Wall.
Oh, Prohibit sees
they see the Viper.
sees him.
And he's going for the blink clap. Venge catching
Dyer's
up with
bottom
him.
tower is being attacked.
Saving his swap in case he gets away. Viper Strike comes out. Swap is ready to go, and he TPs. So it doesn't look like they'll have the damage to finish him off.
In
Dyer's
the
And-
bottom tower
meantime,
has
oh,
been
Prohibit.
destroyed.
Oh,
Oh.
he's trying to go
He
for the
sees it.
Terrorblade, but
He wants it. Yeah, he won't catch him though. But DP doing a good job taking bottom tower there. Grabbing
Yeah.
a soul booster, it would seem. Almost got that bloodstone. Trying to get away. Venge, getting a little bit aggressive there. Almost gets blown up by the exorcism. But DP just trying to walk it off. Try to race car her way away.
which she would definitely do. Yeah, that was great. I mean, they took out that tier 2, which means that Black Sheep will have a hard time responding to a Roche.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So now
Stralion there
split
in a
push coming out
decent
from
position.
the DP. Lena possibly going for a BKB, maybe an Aghanims here.
I think probably BKB because she can wait on the eggs until she's getting closer to 16, I think,
Mhm.
and BKB is a little bit of a safer.
Mm. Definitely
Can
need some
avoid the
BKBs coming out
silences, the
against
stuns.
that Ravage and Brewmaster.
Oh,
Oh, solo kill, maybe about to come out. The double force staff. Oh, but it might get turned. The rest of Black Sheep wall. Oh, they commit a lot to it. Bruise Split and Ravage coming out to pick off the Lena, and they do catch the Witch Doctor with the lift, and but they turn it around. A lot committed. Viper's able to just walk on in.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Oh, looks
Venge.
like Mercury's DC'd.
Oh,
Mercury was just standing there while the Viper was taking pot shots. So, getting Prohibit talking a little bit of trash there.
mm-hmm. Can you stop with the BM? So, I will say it is an inopportune time for a pause. But lag is a good excuse.
I mean, I definitely think that Mercury was lagging or DCing or something because he was just standing still.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And he
Viper's
does look
hitting.
like he's gonna fall, but he will take the Undying with him.
It's
Just
probably
crits him
nothing
hard and
to
he might
worry
blink.
about.
He needs just a few more seconds. Yeah, he's got his blink. He's fine.
Radiant's top tower
And
has
TB.
been destroyed.
Taking the tower.
Starting the rats.
Undying apparently not ready. Some pause BM. Some salt a little bit going on.
Yeah, salt. Terrorblade salt, man. It happens when you get a decently farmed Terrorblade. Well, I mean, he's on top of the net worth now, so he made an excellent comeback.
Working towards his scout. He's still under 1,000 HP. Oh, Prohibit. He saw the smoke pop. But guess is wrong.
Man, Prohibit is just like going straight for that Terrorblade. That's all he wants to do is just murder him repeatedly, I think.
Yeah, but he, because of this, he's fallen behind in net worth. The Undying's ahead of him. Skywrath even is ahead of him. So he's bottom 3. And that's not quite what you want in your mid.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The Skywrath is going for a sheep with all the early farm he got. He's almost there. About 1,500 gold off. That a quick sheep like that can do a lot of work, especially on a 4.
Yeah, I mean, you just sheep. You can like sheep the Witch Doctor out of his ult. You can sheep the Viper, so you can't do any damage to you or slow you down. You can
And
sheep
take
the
away a
Lina.
lot of his tankiness. Gets rid of his
Yeah.
passives.
You could sheep the DP before she gets her ult off too.
Oh, Lena and Terrorblade crossing paths. He gets off the Yules, goes for the stun, and that's a dead TB. And he just leaves.
And Prohibit gets what he wants.
Hmm.
Not sure if he needed to back all the way to base. He could have probably
Oh, look
keep
at
it to the
go.
tower and
Just
gotten
making
some
sure
farm.
he's not
Yeah.
in any danger of getting caught, and didn't really need the mana anyway.
Gold for me.
So it looks like the Dire team is looking to go for the Roshan, secure it for their Terrorblade, and perhaps go for some nice pushes.
I mean, if they can get Roshan, they can just push down this mid T2,
Mm-hmm.
which is
And
gonna
it
put
worked. It
Trial and
picked up
Error
by
in a
your
very-
Undying. So trying to get an answer
Yeah.
to that Brewmaster split, but it's a little bit too late as Brewmaster has picked up his BKB, so he is ready for it. Still a decent
Yeah.
pickup against the Tide Hunter, the Terrorblade, but
Yeah, it's. I mean, it is also kind of like it's too late, like you said. Not only because he got a BKB, but Brewmaster's already made so much space
mhm.
for the Terrorblade.
The Brewmaster, as far as
that-
I'm concerned, has really done his job. Terrorblade is on top of the well, just a little bit behind the Brewmaster in net worth, but he is doing fine on farm. He's well on his way to Scotty or Manta style, whichever one he chooses to build. I'm assuming a Scotty. Oh, and he,
Oh,
as we
split
talk
mid.
about him, he splits. He goes on to the Undying, who does get bursted down, and it does look like they'll be picking up the Viper kill as well. And that should be an easy tier 2 tower, as there are 2 down. Let's see, and no buybacks on either of them.
Yeah, it looks like DP is
But-
just gonna go for the trade
Mhm.
and take
She
the
goes for
T2
the
top.
trade, but they go for Roshan,
Dire's top tower is under
Which-
siege.
and
Ha.
somehow
Dire has fortified its structures.
Terrorblade ended up on the cliff.
I think Venge force
Dire's
staffed him up
top
there.
tower
Oh,
is
okay,
under
but
attack.
swaps him down.
This is the hardest part of being an impartial
Wastes a little bit of time,
announcer.
which DP uses
Balancing how little I
very
care
nicely to get
about
some good
anything
damage
that's
done on the
happening
tower,
here.
and a good amount of damage done onto this Brewmaster. He might be able to kill him if he doesn't get some TP support. But oh, and they engage on
Dire's top tower is
mid,
under
but
siege.
Witch Doctor gets bursted down. Lena is able to pick up the Venge, but he looks to be soon to fall. He gets used, and he will get finished off by that Tide Hunter. But meanwhile, they're trying to make space for the DP, whose exorcism has run out.
Yeah,
Trying to get
so it
something
looks
out
like
of
she's
this.
probably gonna. She's gonna
Oh.
back up now.
Brewmaster popped his BKB, and it looks like they might catch the Death Prophet as well. And this is disastrous for Trial and Error. They don't stop the Roshan. They don't get their tower. They
Roshan
get
has
3
been
killed.
killed by the Dire.
TB gets
Yeah.
an Aegis, and he's about to have a Scotty.
Yeah, and all they got for it is a vengeful spirit kill, which it's not what you want.
Scotty on the way for the Terrorblade now. So things looking pretty grim for Trial and Error here.
Yeah. It's not looking very good. You're just gonna probably pick up Manta next, and then you can just split push after that. Honestly,
Mm-hmm. So once he's out of the burst range of Lena, he lives just long enough. He is able to sunder somebody. That's an easy team fight. So it looks like Lena is going in for the eggs, acknowledging that maybe that is what the team needs, since 1,000 damage pure nuke will be pretty helpful.
yeah, she still has 2 levels to get in order to get that. But once she does, I mean that will be really big.
Mm-hmm. So, and it looks like Black Sheep Wall are just saying, we'll play it a little bit passive. We feel secure in our late game. Our Brews got quite a bit, considering all the fighting he's been doing. Our Terrorblade's got a Scotty well on his way to finishing up that Manta style. They're looking pretty strong here.
Yeah, and they're pushing out 2 lanes
Mm-hmm.
right now, so the Terrorblade can take a Rax by himself if he is left alone.
Mm-hmm.
And they have their entire Black Sheep will have their entire team fight mid lane. So
Lena trying to do a little bit of deep push as Terrorblade makes his way towards mid. And the Tide looking for an initiation. Saves the Ravage. Viper just tanking through. Brewmaster with an aggressive jump just to zone the rest of the heroes out while they
Radiant's
take out the
middle tower
Viper.
is being attacked.
Well played by him. And, the Death Lord gets dropped with a little avail. And DP gets her ulti off, but gets immediately lifted by the Brewmaster, and the rest of the team's already gone.
Or
Oh, they have Ravage. They're thinking about going in. They see them. DP's getting a little bit too deep. Uses herself. Brewmaster's going ham. But
Oh wow, she actually makes it out.
he makes it out. The self-use is enough. Brewmaster is in deep, and here comes the Ravage on 2. Brewmaster going to safety, blows up the Witch Doctor, and Terrorblade's coming in with the Scotty, just right-clicking down this DP. She gets blown up as soon as the exorcism's done.
Dire's bottom tower
And
is under attack.
I don't know what they could do to stop this push. Terrorblade's ready to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Still
if
has his
they're-
Aegis ready. Oh, Lena getting massacred by just the Terrorblade illusion. They are able to pick up the Venge. Silence coming
Yeah.
out on, I'm assuming, the illusion.
Yeah,
But,
it was the illusion. So it's looking pretty grim. I mean, I don't know what Trial and Error can do at this point. I
TB
think it might be too late.
already on to his next item.
Wow, just looking at the gold graph there, it's Black Sheep will have a 12,000 gold lead and a 10,000 experience lead, so it is definitely not looking good for Trial and Error at this point.
TB with a
Catch.
strong 512 GPM, considering he started off in the jungle.
Yeah, he made a great comeback with the help of the Brewmaster and the Tide. I mean, the rest of their team was just perfectly designed to do something like this.
Yeah, the strong 4 protect 1 strat coming out from Black Sheep Wool.
Is there anything that Trial and Error can do at this point, do you think?
I really think they need to get some kind of pick off. They need to, because they can't just sit on their side of the map. They're playing so defensively. They are all just right in this area, and they're not going to win the game playing like that. They need to group up. They need to smoke and take advantage of when Ravage is down or Brewmaster Split is down. They need to really just abuse those cooldowns. Try to say, if we can maybe bait out us one or two of those on a less important hero. Maybe even just bait it out, buy back on the hero immediately, and then just get a push going.
Yeah, I agree, but it's also kind of hard to do that. I mean, Black Sheep Wall have some pretty aggressive wards, so they just got 1 dewarded, but I mean, they see some of the movements that Trial and Error have. They need to be Trial and Error to be careful.
And look at this, the TB illusion is actually able to stand up to the Viper in the DP for a little while. Not focusing it down, but still, he's getting to be a problem 2,000 gold on top of his Manta and Scotty.
Yeah, it's
Brewmaster
gonna be really
almost
rough.
done with an AC on top of that. So,
Yeah, Skywrath has his sheep.
do have an Ags
So
pickup
it's-
on the Lena, which is very nice if they actually can burst down the TP.
And pure damage of 1,000 pure damage is nothing to sneeze at, but I mean, getting close enough to the Terrorblade is kind of a problem, especially because of the fact that Prohibit doesn't have a BKB at this point, so he has to watch out for the silences. He has to watch out for the Vengeful Spirit stun, the Tidehunter stun.
Yeah, you have to try to get through a Ravage and Brewmaster split. So things
It
looking
almost
pretty
needs
grim.
like it's either I think a BKB or like a Blink Dagger to try to catch the Terrorblade by surprise.
And even still, you kill the Terrorblade, but the rest of your team just dies to the rest of Black Sheep Wall. They're all pretty farmed. Tide has it, Blink, Force Shivas, Brewmaster, like I said earlier, about to have an AC and a Vlad's. And his crits aren't, that's no joke at this stage in the game with that the kind of farm he has. even outside of the Bruce play.
Yeah. It's gonna be really difficult for Trial and Error to make anything happen here. I mean, they're still positioned so defensively. They're almost all in their base, and the rest of them are just barely leaving it. It's like, this is it.
Mm-hmm. They have so little map control, and they're playing so passively. Just Terrorblade has free run on the map. He's got 3,000 gold on top of his Ogre Club, so he's got pretty much almost a BKB plus buyback at this point, if he so chooses. They're just waiting on the next Roche timer. So we'll know when it'll spawn in the next couple of seconds. And we got a minute left on the spawn, so I'm sure they'll be scouting that out, and I think if they pick that up, that's terribly BKB and just stomp through their base.
Yeah, if they can get the Aegis, that might be the turning point. If Trial and Error can manage to take the Aegis and maybe win the fight in the pit, which is going to be admittedly really difficult because Black Sheep Wall's pit fight is pretty crazy right now.
Mm-hmm. And without,
but if they can, they might be able to turn this game around.
Oh, look at it
no,
go.
your Witch Doctor's he's not even level 11 yet. You only have a level 1 Death Ward to fight in the pit with. Undying, he's level 14, but there's only so much that an Undying can do at this stage in the game. It's going for a
Yeah, I
Crimson
mean, if
Guard,
Witch Doctor maybe had Naganums and level 11, then
be a
might
different
be
story, but
yeah.
And the Roshan attempt begins. Oh, did Venge miss it?
Did he
Looks
see
like
it?
Venge might have just missed it. But I'm sure they'll scout it soon enough. As
They're all hanging around there.
Prohibit, he's going for a gank on the TB, but unfortunately, TB senses something up, sends out an illusion while he farms the jungle. Playing it nice and careful, as he knows he can. And so, still playing passive, getting ready for that Roshan. And once again, just you look at Trial and Error's positioning on the map, and there's just no farm happening there. Undying's trying to basically farming a creep wave with a tombstone, and Viper's farming the one hard camp that they can get access to. Lina sitting top, not really farming, mostly looking for the TB, hoping to kill him. And meanwhile, Roche about to be attempted.
Yeah,
I
and that
expect
Roach
this
is gonna
to
probably fall
drop very quickly.
Bottoms up.
I mean, just the
For the minus armor.
Brewmasters. It's just doing a lot of work.
Yeah, the AC aura as well as the Owl. Now TB comes on in, starts right-clicking it down, and he's got 3k gold on top of his BKB, free to pick up a butterfly or whatever he wants.
Never die.
Maybe sell his
Yeah,
Aqua
no.
to pick up the Eagle Song, or just save for buyback. So he has 3 lives for the next push. Call it 4 if he can get a Sunder off.
Yeah, it's looking grim here. I mean, I'm not sure just Trial and Error can do anything to defend. Like, I don't know if they can defend this.
And they have decided to all in on this next fight. Is Lina picks up a Blink Dagger, Death Prophet finishes off her Shiva's Guard, and they do not have any buybacks ready to go. So we'll see what they try to do. Brewmaster pops his BKB kind of early,
Radiant has
but
fortified
saves
its
the split.
structures.
Just says we're just gonna hit your
Radiant's middle
tower.
tower is under
And
attack.
Terrorblade, it looks like
Bad
deciding
news
to
for you
hold off
fans of towers out there.
on the BKB until after the Aegis, as well as his Metamorph. And just his illusions do a lot of damage to this Witch Doctor.
Yeah,
Well.
they held the first wave, but I mean,
Oh, Lina looks to be
Terrorblade
getting
still
caught
has-
out. She gets blown up by the Skywrath. And
and the
Death Ward
Witch Doctor
gets
will
thrown
get
down
dropped.
and to no avail. So this looks to
I think
be
this-
an easy Rex. And the Ravage on 4, Brewmaster split coming in. Viper just gets torn apart. Undying soon to follow. DP does get off her ulti and she tries to do some damage, but Terrorblade's got a good amount of armor. He pops the meta, but he is able to just
Radiant's
walk
middle tower
away
has
just
fallen.
barely, and he pops Sun and
Dire's top
doesn't
tower
have
is
Sun to
being
pop
attacked.
at least yet. DP
He still
trying to
has
slow
Aegis.
him down. He still has the Aegis, and DP soon to fall as well.
Killing spree. Oh,
That's game right there.
stormy.
GG is called.
Radiant's top
Gotta say, this
tower
game
is
seems
being
just to
attacked.
be a story of Brewmaster.
Dire victory.
That hero, so strong right now. He just makes so much space, and he just wins you fight after fight in the mid game. Primal Split is just too
Nice.
strong.
Yeah, I'm still surprised that he made it that far.
Yeah, he was
To
the
the-
very last pick.
His last pick. It's crazy.
It's crazy. So, you give a little bit too much respect to your opponents, and you ban out the heroes they had the last game. Don't really take into account all the strong heroes. You let something slide, and they take advantage of it. That Brew makes so much space for that TB. He finished the game a level ahead of the Terrorblade.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even realize that the Brew wasn't hand out. I just
And-
assumed that he was, even during the draft.
Yeah, you see him
Realized
first
until
ban
he
so
got
much.
picked.
And just very well played by Mercury on that Brewmaster going 9-0-16. Commanding performance by him. And so, we'll be back with the final game of this best of 3 for the AD2L